Sora! Come with us! No, okay, I'm not even gonna try. I can't do Goofy's voice like this. My voice is sore. Not even gonna try. Yeah, exactly. Had a crazy night on Saturday, so my voice is gone. But hopefully y'all can deal with it. Welcome to the stream, everyone. Hope you all are having a good Sunday. If you're waking up, I hope you're ready for a work week. Work weeks are never fun. But if you have time, come and stop by. And we'll be doing a couple things today. So we're going to start with a little bit of Minecraft. I don't know how much we're going to actually do. Maybe an hour and a half. There's a couple things I really want to accomplish, and then after that, I mean, it's kind of fair game whether we want to keep playing for a little bit more with Minecraft or switch over to Kingdom Hearts. So, those of you who didn't join last time, we started Kingdom Hearts 2. We didn't finish the tutorial because that tutorial is like 4 hours long. Because we're watching all the cutscenes and everything, so it's taking its sweet time. So we want to kind of get past that today, at least to like the beginnings of Sora's journey. So that's what we're gonna do. Oh yeah, okay, that makes sense. When I was on my old work schedule, I used to work like Sunday through Thursday, and I was off Friday and Saturday. But then I switched over to a new site. This was last year in February. Actually, like a year from like Valentine's Day was when I switched. Honestly, though, I might switch pretty soon to another job. So I might end up getting a different schedule. We'll see. Or it could just still be a Monday through Friday. But yeah. Hey, there we go. Friday and Saturday are like the best times for that. Well, no use waiting around. Go ahead and get started. So, did something interesting. This is my Kingdom Hearts, like, scale size. This is my normal scale size. Because Kingdom Hearts, I had to cut down dramatically to be able to fit my model. There it goes. Because there's so much UI that I don't want to miss, and there's like subtitles. So that seems to work. So I just basically like just made another source. I can just switch between them. So tell me, guys, how was Valentine's Day? Did you get the chocolate? Did you get the dinner? Did you get the flowers? Did you get the smoochy smoochy? I didn't. I did date a guy a couple weeks ago, but I had to say no to him. He was sweet, but I couldn't. It was the first time I realized why people have an issue with clingy people. Because I've never dated someone who was really clingy before. And this first date was with a guy who was very clingy. The first time I ever had a guy who was very clingy, so it was not fun. And I have a lot more respect for that. Choco! Oh my goodness! Dude, but magic is like an amazing way to spend Valentine's Day. That's an awesome way to spend Valentine's Day. I can't complain with that. I'd vibe with that all day. How you doing, Choco? Hopefully you're having a good day. Welcome to the stream. Just getting started here. Yeah, it's great. Welcome in. So we're just getting started, and you'll see I have a whole shoot ton of stuff here. So last time I was trying to make this. It's called the Focus of Advanced Alchemy. It's kind of expensive. And oh, by the way, don't worry, we are doing Kingdom Hearts, Choco. So if you want to stay for that, that's going to happen. This is just the appetizer. But last time, oh no, it's okay. It's okay. There's always the VOD too. You can check out the VOD later. But last time we tried to make this at the end because this is pretty important. This focus will allow us to make a whole, like, there's some pretty amazing recipes here. So first things first, dragon heads, for some weird reason, you can get infinitely whenever you go to the market. So getting wither skeleton skulls super cheap. It's fantastic. Oh yeah. It is yeah, I mean dating scene's always, it's just hard right now anyway. So then having to like find the right kind of guy is tough, or girl, or is, you know, especially if you're not exactly straight. But there's other recipes that are really useful. So this one's really great. Being able to just turn our chorus flowers into skeletons right away. We don't have to farm skeletons for their skulls, which would be great. This is huge right here. We can create infinite diamonds and infinite emeralds, and we will never have to worry about getting any more. If we get low, we can just create more. Turn a diamond into a block of emerald into emeralds, and then just keep going. It's amazing. Because there's a recipe. Hold on. There's a recipe. This one, transmute. It's just a standard transmute will turn an emerald into a diamond. So infinite diamonds, infinite emeralds. It'll be amazing. There's also a couple other things that are kind of useful. This is kind of cool. You can turn Eyes of Ender into these Wilden spikes, which are pretty. Yeah. Hey, keep into your morals, and that's the best way to go about it. Personality is always best. Yes, exactly. Personality is always best. So for those who don't know, I am mainly into guys. So I usually don't. I'm not saying I'm not necessarily 100% gay. I'm like probably like 75-25. But there are definitely situations where I've liked girls in the past, but I've been on a a boy spree for quite a while. Oh, awesome. Hey, nice to have an ally. Nice to have an ally and a member, too. It's getting hard to fight for those nowadays, especially here in the States, so sticking together is the best way to go about it. But this is also a really good recipe. So there's a lot of really good things we can do with this focus. But I had to gather some of the resources because it's a little expensive. The only thing I don't know is how do I use this thing. So I made these things called tablets of summoning, and I'll show you what they do. Summoning? No, shaping. Sorry. So, tablet of shaping. It's just it's a ritual from Ars Nouveau. We have, well, I had to kind of get these, so I had to cascading. I had to turn one of our vexing archwood saplings into the cascading one. You know, it's pretty simple. Then I grew one. And I got some of the wood and made made these because we did have a couple of extra essences left in our storage system. So made a couple of these because if you take a look at this, you need a sigil of alchemy, which requires this thing called it's just a sigil of alchemy. So and in order to make this, it says you need this ritual of shaping, and you also have to draw chalk around your ritual brazier. The one thing I haven't done, which we need to do right now, is make a few essences. We need alchemy essences, which is gold, iron, copper, and sugar. So we need this, 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 and this. Bonk. Ka-chunk. There. And here. And then go into our handy dandy inventory here and open up source gems. And let's start making a few of these. One thing I did off camera was instead of having a single jar export to here, because eventually that jar would empty and then I wouldn't have enough source. I created something called a collector relay, which basically it takes from all the jars within a 5 block radius of it, and it'll pump it into this source relay, which is great because then we don't have to keep babysitting that and switching the jar every time. So it'll always just pull from whatever's got source. We're going to make a few of these because we do need a few of these to make what we're making. Now, I'm not entirely sure how this ritual works. So, it says to go to sigils. So, sigil of alchemy. Oh, interesting. That's a take. Okay. Okay. You'll have to tell me about that sometime, because that, okay. Okay, I'll hear you out. I'll hear you out. Interesting. Interesting. Oh, I see. So you... Okay, I see. I think I've figured out how to do this. So we need 5, which is fine. Probably 4, actually. Okay. I mean, convincing a guy of that, I can kind of see the logic. I don't know if I can follow you on that one, though. Hmm. Hmm. See, now you have to ask a question. If you're trans and you trans from guy to girl and you're dating a guy, does that make you gay? Oh, yeah. Of course. No, I totally get that. Okay. So here's what we do. I had to draw this thing, and I'll show you in the book how it looks. So all the X's are where the chalk is. The minus is where there's no chalk. And the B is this thing. It's the brazier. So once you draw this, you put the sigil on there. Then you give it what it needs. Do I just right click it? How do I do this? I have no idea. Will it just create it? And then do I have to... Oh, it needs source. Duh. Of course it needs source. So I don't know why I went into a country accent there, but okay. Weird. The machinations of my mind are an enigma. I'm gonna put this here. Ah, it makes 2. I did not know that. I did not know that. Yeah, I don't know. Automod is trying to hear you out. It's like it's sussing you out here. What is okay? So yeah, yeah. I mean, so transitioning does make a change. It also depends on, I guess, your perspective on it too, because you know, um, and you know what? I'm all for everyone being gay, because to me, that means we're all in it together. Yeah, I could see your logic. I did not know this made 2, by the way, so I have an extra tablet of shaping that I don't need. Dude, if everyone is gay, then everyone's homophobic. We can just be angry at each other for no reason. But that's how the world is anyway, so. Alright, so we made these sigils of alchemy. And what we need to do is we've got the rest of the materials for this. Yes! I am so for that. Thank you. Yeah. Dude, where is the freaking homeowners association who's gonna be like, you need $500,000 and you need to make sure you keep your lawn like perfectly clean. You can't have purple windows. Big question I just thought of. I've only got tier 3. Do I need to go through the other dungeon and get the... Oh, wait, it's not a dungeon, right? Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold on one flip second. I don't think it's a dungeon. I think it's really easy to get the next book. If I remember correctly. So... Oh, it is a frickin' dungeon. Oh, no. See, here's the issue I just ran into that I didn't realize. Oh! I thought it said tier 4. Never mind. It's not an issue. So I thought that the glyph that we needed to make was another tier above where we were. It is not. So we're good. We're good. We're fine. We don't have the issue. Oh, and so I need one more of these alchemy essences. Whoops. I thought I only needed 2 more. And then the shield. So I made all the stuff off camera, so that way we don't have to be grinding for that. But to make this thing, I need 2 of these, so I need to make 1 more. I think I have one. So, called an alchemy essence. Yeah, I have 5. I don't need to make another one. Just have to set this again. Toss it all in. Boop. 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 Nope. Boop. That. And that. And we got 2. And we have those. So now we need to make these. This will take a little bit of time. So, first thing we need to do is with an imbuement chamber, we need to put an amethyst, a prismarine, a blaze rod, and a block of emerald. By the way, I was an idiot, and I made one for each. I don't need to do that. That's not how this thing works. So, I was being stupid. I was being very stupid. Because you just need one. It doesn't consume the item when you make this. Oh my goodness. It's up to you, Choco. If you want to do that, that's fine. I'd be glad to have you stay around. Distinctify. But it doesn't consume the item. So I don't know why I did that. I just need one of each. So at least I'm not burning in a bunch of extra resources. Oh. So I have a bunch of prismarine and all this now. Oh, nasty, no. Oh, 6 a.m. shifts are not fun. By the way, if you don't mind me asking, what do you do for work, Clockwork? No worries if you don't want to answer. I know not everyone wants to talk about it. Oh, I see. At least you're upfront about it. Oh, wait, you've told me. You told me you're a pharmacist. This is what happens when you have a stupid Kima brain. Oh wow, okay. So you're almost at the point of being a full-on labeled pharmacist, but I hope you get a promotion soon, and then you'll, unless you don't want the extra work, then I feel that. We need 18. Oh, that's right. You've told me about all of this, and I've been stupid. Sorry. I've forgotten. We need more source gems. We need 18 of them, because each of them will become a diamond. So, or is it a diamond that we need? I don't remember. It's a diamond. We need diamonds, not source gems. So, you can fuck right off, and we need our diamonds. Oh, I should have kept these. So, this shouldn't take long to make. I don't know how much source it needs. I didn't see. Okay, it's just 100, as like normal essences are. We need to make 18 of these. Because we need to make 2 blocks for this thing. I've had friends who've gone to be nurses, doctors. You're the first friend I've met who's like gotten into the pharmacy game. You'll have to tell me what it's like, ups and downs, what you love, what you hate. I'm curious. Yeah, I've got time. These things take forever to make, so... We are only at number 8. So, and we still have to turn them into something else after that, so... Oh, oldest child, okay. Yeah, I know that life. Yeah. I was at that point not that long ago, and I was in my 20s, so... Oh no. Okay. Yeah. That's not... I hate that that happens, because they're really... especially with the FAFSA stuff, if they, if it files too late, then... Yeah, or or even the school, like if, yeah. And that literally makes or breaks it too, because... Yeah. I couldn't have survived without having my scholarship and stuff and my financial aid. So sorry, continue. I'm interrupting. Okay, we have 18 of these. So now we can make the other thing. Okay. I have heard of it. Where is it? It's down here. Yeah. Okay. I think we have the rest of the stuff. Yeah. I knew the Department of Forestry ran it. Um, I didn't realize it was free though. I thought you still had to pay for it. I'm not sure how much that's cool. That's cool. I'm really glad. Um, more programs like that need to exist. Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't that actually makes a lot of sense. I didn't realize that they gotcha. That they mainly that a lot of the people who get into that program, I mean, I'm sure they were like pleasantly surprised to have someone who was like, "Oh, okay. No criminal record." I like that. I really do. Petting, that is a great hobby. Uh, what else do we need? Oh, okay. So they basically sent you out there. I'm guessing that's where the training is, or like the school is. What did I need? I just realized, what did I need? Book, lapis, gold. There we go. That makes sense. I kind of got military vibes. I wasn't even sure if it was like a fully military program or not, or if it was just like it's got that vibe. And hey, it kept you motivated, so that's cool. Sometimes you need that. Okay, so we have how many? We have 3. We need 15 more. We're in it for the long haul, guys. I'm glad I did most of the prep work off camera because this is long. Oh, that's cool. So you get to try out different options basically. So you get so like well, first 2 weeks. Okay. So you basically, you have an orientation first week and then you get to kind of try out 5 different um occupations, see if you like them. Do they make? Well, I'll reserve questions for the end. I'm jumping ahead of the gun. Oh, there's culinary too. Oh, that's cool. Culinary cement. Cisco culinary. So 3 days of culinary, and you got to try a couple other ones, which is kind of cool. So I'm like holding back because I know all these will get answered. The nature of being somewhat autistic is jumping the gun. Oh, that is an interesting origin. Okay, so you were originally going to go to cook as a culinary, and then they're like, "You are brilliant," and we don't have room for more culinary, so we're going to teach you how to cook pills instead. I mean, that's humbling too, because it's like, well, not humbling, but like, it's flattering. It's very flattering to have someone tell you like you are brilliant. Okay. Ah, okay. So their culinary was very much like military style buffet chef, where you're cooking mass amounts of food, whether that's for the military or whether that's you're cooking in a cafeteria, or at like Golden Corral. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be impressed either. So I mean, I think that was a smart move. I mean, because pharmacy pays a lot. I'm really happy that they had a pharmacy program. Actually, there's friends I think would want to take that up if they knew that you can train to be a pharmacy tech for free. That's a freaking amazing deal. I don't know how many people know about that. Because, I mean, if they train you really well, what does it matter? Like, it's free education. Normally, becoming a pharmacy tech would involve a bachelor's degree that's like, oh, now the entire reason I got into this center with pharmacy. Oh, there are only one other center in the U.S. and that has pharmacy. was because one of the staff there adopted a stray cat and it lived on base. Oh my god. That is amazing. I love that it's because of cats that you got to get to be a pharmacy tech. So normally they don't. Like, unless you know. Oh my gosh. So I'm guessing then the pharmacy tech is super limited then, only like very few. So that's why. That's why it's not sought like it's harder because it's harder to get into. Um but I love that. That is so cool. So how long have you been a tech for then? October 2015. Okay. Yeah, I mean, almost 10 years now. Actually, yeah, by October it'll be 10 years. Well, I see. I think because you kind of gave me your origin story, I don't mind giving you mine. Yeah, it seems like a really awesome program. Like, I really had no idea that they just provided education to people for free. I know people say, oh, people will try and argue um, it's only for yeah, like people who've had like criminal records and stuff. It's like, but you got it, and it's like clearly anyone who wants an occupation can use it. It's clearly an amazing resource. I need a couple more source blocks. I thought I had enough. Do I have? I need one more. Okay, this should be the last one. But I'll say my story. Um, so I started out in middle school as a saxophone player. Um, One of the things I wanted to do as a kid growing up was I always wanted to get into games. Um, Game design seemed like the thing that you know at the time it wasn't a massive insane industry where everything was super competitive and toxic and stuff, but at the time it was cool. You got to um a lot of the studios cared about production quality, and um this is the time when like the GameCube was out and the Wii was out, and Xbox and PlayStation were making amazing things. So this is what I wanted to do. And indie games were just starting to become a thing with the turn of the internet. Um, so Minecraft was one of the first ones I played. And then I played Undertale in college. Well, no, earlier than college, it was like high school. But I got into saxophone pretty early on in middle school, and I played saxophone in band. Um, it's weird to say this, but the highlight of my career was actually the beginning. Um, Highlight of my saxophone playing career. Um, because the band I was in middle school happened to be one of the best, if not the best, middle school bands in the entire country. At the time, it's not that way anymore. Um, But we would go to Festival Disney and we would compete with the high school bands and we would beat the high school bands every single time. And we were middle schoolers. Um so we I was really lucky to be in the program I was. And actually in a kind of similar situation, um so we have a music test you have to do when you're in elementary school if you wanted to do band. They go into the schools and they tell you, hey, you're taking this music test, So it's like, okay. So took the music test, and they're like, we think you should be a trumpet player. I'm like, okay, but they're like, well, you had such a high score though in the music department, like in the test that you can kind of go anywhere you want. So if you want to play whatever instrument you want, you won't have an issue. So I'm like, I want saxophone because the middle school jazz band would tour the elementary schools and play. And one of the soloists, she was an amazing soloist. She was an alto player. Um, she came to the school, and oh my god, she was great. The whole band came to the school, but like she got to solo in a couple of the jazz songs, and it was great. So I wanted to be that. I wanted to play saxophone and solo like that. Um, in middle school, I didn't get to that level, um, but I still had an amazing time because there was a great culture. Relatively, I mean, there was a little bit of it was still fairly lighthearted, but there was some element of like band is band, and our director was pretty. He really wanted us to succeed, and he didn't do it to the point of like pushing people too far, but he would, he was adamant about like we're capable of things. Um, so what he did was he pushed us, and we learned scales. Most people in high school didn't know their scales, but in middle school we all knew our scales, and um, the highest level band was one you got into usually in your last couple years of middle school. You didn't get it in your first year. I didn't get into the high level band until my last year because I was lazy and I didn't practice. I always had this issue with stuff is I struggle to sit down and practice. So I'd always be a little behind. Other than scales, I learned my scales pretty quickly. But because of that, I didn't get into the big band until my last year. But it was an amazing experience because we got to go to Disney. That was the first time I ever went to Disney World. Um, and we played in Disney World, and um, I mean, it was freaking cool. We got to play in at Disney Springs. The jazz band got to play at Disney Springs. We got to march through Epcot. It was awesome. Um, and then we got to the award ceremony, and just every single award was, you know, you know, Discovery Middle School, Discovery Middle School, Discovery Middle School. It was kind of surreal. It didn't feel like it felt like they were just giving it to us out of it was weird. It was amazing. I think we only lost one award by like a tenth of a point. Um, it is cool. So like, there's a whole culture around it, and like in band, you really get to know the people. The thing is though, it's a very isolated group. Like band people stay with band people, and so you don't really get to meet a whole lot of new people because it's insular, but it is very chill. People get to hang out all the time. You see your friends all the time, and it is really cool. Um, but we did yeah, Disney was amazing. So that really kept me going in terms of saxophone. Okay, so you were in football. Um, I never did sports as a kid. I wanted to do soccer, but I never got the chance to, partly because of my asthma. So, uh, but so I continued saxophone into high school. Still had an interest in video games and game development. Problem was I'm terrible at art, so I couldn't do art. So I was like, I'll be like a game composer, and I'll work towards, um, doing music for games, and then kind of work my way into the industry from there. Um, so, uh, high school wasn't as cool. A lot more marching. We didn't really go places. We went to Tampa, and that was fun. Tampa was cool. Wasn't anywhere as cool as Disney was. It wasn't as well thought out of a trip, but it was still pretty fun. Um, oh yeah, we're explaining. We're kind of going through our life stories. Uh, um, I can't remember how it started, but yeah, um, yeah, origin stories. But so high school was a little bit demoralizing, but I was like, you know what? I still love it. I'm still good at it. I'm gonna do marching band in college, and we had a pretty good marching band teacher in high school. Not the main teacher, but the assistant director was That's right. Yes, I asked. Yeah, how you got into the medical field. So I did basically. I brought this on. I brought this on myself, but it's cool because I like learning about all of this and kind of talking about my life too. It's fun because I that's right because I had never had a friend who got into pharmacy. So um, D&D in the library. That's cool. Oh, I we didn't do D&D in school, but I did D&D much later. But um so I kept going. We had a pretty good assistant director in high school. She came from University of Alabama, which was one of the like better schools for music education. So she was, I think, a director. She was one of the what are they called? Not section leaders. Oh my gosh. The um I have to look this up. Drum major. There we go. I can't believe I forgot that. Even years of band, and I forgot the term drum major. Yeah, she was drum major at Alabama, so I mean, she was talented. By the way, we are making this thing. We're finally making this the alchemy catalyst. We're finally making this focus of advanced alchemy, which we have needed, and now it is done. Um, but yeah, so I was, but she was drum major, so she was great. Um, she really motivated us, and we did some really cool shows. Other than, it still wasn't as cool as my middle school experience, but it was still cool. Um, so I got into college, and marching band in college was a cult. um, I went to a smaller college that had this cult-like view to not just the band but other stuff. But the band especially was a cult. Um, and I mean, I knew it was a cult kind of from like year one because of the perspective, but like I kind of stayed out of it. But it was not fun. Um, in a lot of ways, I loved concert band way more in college. And I mean, I like concert band in high school too. I've always loved symphonic stuff. So I've in middle school that's all we did. So I enjoyed the symphonic stuff when I could, but I really didn't get. There was a lot of competition in college, and there was some really good players, and I didn't. I was kind of. I wasn't looked into as much. People kind of brushed me off as kind of like a mid-level player. Um, so I by the end of college, I never got into like the higher bands, the higher symphonic bands. I wasn't like I was section leader in high school at one point, but I wasn't section leader in college or anything. I was also kind of losing interest. I skipped a year of marching band, which is something I would have never done in the past, but I skipped a year. Um, so part of it was because I had a major entertainment industry, which I wanted to get. I wanted to get some. Entertainment industry wasn't what I thought it was. Part of it, partly, but because of my school schedule with that program, I had to skip a year of marching band because there was class interferences. Um, but yeah, I mean, marching band was kind of miserable in college, and um, I actually had a falling out with my roommate at the time, who I was attracted to. Um, and so it was after that I left school. I never finished college when I was at that school. Um, but about couple years later, so this was 2018, the end of 2018 when I left. Um, and then 2019 I didn't do anything. 2020, summer of 2020, I got back into school. So I'd finished, I think, a semester um at my school, other college online, but I did um but then I got back into school at my local college in 2020. Great time to be getting into school. Very cool time. um but I ended up going into film because I was like, well, it seemed like, I want to get into games and I want to get into, creating stuff. So I thought film would be interesting. And they had a camera department at this local school. So I did camera for a couple years and graduated with my undergrad. Then I tried to go to Georgia State in Atlanta because I thought visual effects sounded cool. Unfortunately, the school at Atlanta, I could spend forever talking about that, but I'll save you the details. Um, I spent a year there and I didn't want to go back because it was expensive and the program wasn't complete. It was a new program, but they didn't really think it through. And um and there was so much politics there. We were being thrown left and right and we couldn't learn what we want. We weren't being taught what we needed to be taught. And it sucked. So um it also kind of showed me the darker side of the industry. This was the time when AI was becoming more popular. This was like 2023. So AI was starting to grow. No, 2022, 2023. No, I think it was 2022. Yeah, 2022. Um, so they were starting to like, you need to learn how to use AI, and AI is going to revolutionize the industry. And it's like, but that's not why I went into art. I don't want to make AI art or use AI to do the work that I wanted to learn how to do. So there was this transition, and the thing is AI will eventually come for the jobs, and they already are. But yeah, um, it sucks. Um, so then I came home, and I've been doing security for a couple years now. Well, a little over like a year and a half. So, um, and honestly, it's great having a job where I don't really have to work super hard, because I've worked hard. You know, in college, I had insane schedules. I had 21 hours, 23 hours per year, 18 to 23 hours per year. So I was always on the move. And Georgia State, I was always on the move. So it's been great slowing down and just kind of enjoying my life. But, you know, I've learned that if I want to do art and I want to do the things I want to do, I enjoy doing them on my own. You know, that's why I'm part of the big reason I'm streaming is because I can you know, I can do it and I enjoy doing it, and I don't have to really worry about any sort of stress or, you know, I have to meet deadlines or anything. It's all on my own schedule, which I love. But that's my story. Sorry, rabbits. I need your foot. I probably should put looting on these. Did I get a foot? I got a foot. And I only have one rabbit left. I didn't mean to kill all of you. I didn't mean to kill them all. Oh well. Yeah. Origin stories take you all over the place. I wasn't expecting to where it took me. But yeah, I'm also really happy for you, Clockwork, that you've got a job that you seem to be pretty happy with. And it's got growth potential too. So, do I have a rabbit egg? I don't think so. I can buy one if I get gold coins. So, where is it? Beastmaster. Common. Oh, they're uncommon. That's fine. I need a rabbit egg because I killed all my rabbits accidentally. How about up to you, Choco? But if you want to talk about your story, that's cool. We've been sharing around, so if you want to. You know, I am curious how you got into the ramen shop, or no, I'm sure it's cool. I'm sure it's cool. The hippo is a fucking capybara. Wait, is this like at your was this at the core, or was that like when you were in the pharmacy? Okay. Oh, VTubers. Gotcha. That makes a lot of sense. Oh, okay. So they used to stream before they were. Gotcha. Okay. All right. So we've got this focus of advanced alchemy now. This is going to make a huge, huge difference. So look at our transmute. Where is transmute? We have transmute strong, which we need. Oh, whoops. This is what I'm looking for. Where's the other transmute? Transmute AoE. So that's the one we can use for the diamonds to emeralds, or emeralds to diamonds. It's the strong one. I don't remember what. Doesn't need to be that high anymore. It can just be 3. Let me double check. Oh my goodness. I could just imagine the accent too. Okay, so we do need 3, so that's fine. So we've got what we need. We've got transmute strong, right? Where's V? Here we go. Yeah. I'd be interested in seeing it. Let's try this out. So we've got the focus of advanced alchemy. So if we use transmute strong, it works. We got a nautilus shell. And the nautilus shell can be used. So I think you throw it in a monopool, right? Yeah. With the alchemy catalyst, and it turns it into a heart of the sea, which is what we need to make another type of essence that we haven't been able to make yet. So let's do that. The heart of the sea, and it's arcane essence. Yes. So this was expensive. So it's heart of the sea, a block of netherite, and a nether star. We have the nether stars now, so we have a nether star. I don't know if I put one in here. Let me check. I did. So we got the heart of the sea. So the only thing we have to do, and we have the resources for this, I just haven't done it yet, is we need to make the netherite block. So there's a bunch of netherite sand scraps, and we can just smelt these. Clip. Do you mind if I put this clip up here? I'm kind of curious. All right, I'm gonna open this. Do I have a browser? I have Firefox. I'm gonna move this up. Hold on. This is gonna go like here.
This animal. This this animal.
This is my animal favorite.
Hippopotamus. Es lo mismo.
Yes.
Para quien sea.
Hippopotamus and capybara is fucking.
¿Cómo?
Nothing.
¿Cómo?
Nothing.
¿Qué dijo usted?
Nothing. Nothing.
Very suspicious.
Oh my goodness. They are adorable together. That is that is awesome. That was cute. I love that. Thank you, Clockwork. Wait, so which ones were they referring to? Were they like were, were there like ones they saw like in like an image or something, or was it like a mistranslation? Come on, let me smelt. I need to smelt. Oh my gosh, it takes so much energy to smelt this netherite. Oh, I can I did not get that. Why? Why did I get that? I'm a freaking Malamute. I should get that. I should know. I should know that. I should have. I should have even thought about that. That is. Yeah. That's interesting. Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. So we have iron fragments. What can you do with these? Oh, you can make them into stuff. So I'm gonna take some iron sand. Where's the? Oh, it's over here. Because I have some iron sand, I think. I have gold gravel. I thought I had iron sand somewhere. I have a little bit. Honestly, I might just smelt this. So I'm going to smelt some iron. Oh, it takes so much energy now. Did I boost it somehow? I'm going to cut the AoE down. Because this... Also, it doesn't need amplify, I don't think. Oh, I know why. It's because of this. The focus is causing me to use a lot more. That's why. The focus is consuming a lot more mana. I got it. I got it. I was bored and turned off the language preference on Twitch and then went to the same kind of hunt I found you on. Oh, okay. So that was pretty... Okay. Well, thank you for finding me. It's been awesome having both you and Choco and everyone else stopping by and hanging out. It's always fun. Alright, so what we need to do is we need to make some netherite. So... Oh, it's gold. I thought it was iron. Why did I think it was iron? Well, let's convert some of this. There we go. So, netherite. So, we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we need to make a block. And now... we can make this essence. And this is a pretty high-level thing. Yeah, I got you, clockwork. Yeah, I think you mentioned, like, probably a little over it, like, almost an hour ago. And we've been talking for longer than your 30-minute cap, so... I do not blame you. You want to get to bed. Deal with, you know, work and everything. But we can make this essence now, so it's called Arcane Essence. Neon Mobile Clockwork. So Arcane Essence can be used to make a new, more powerful diamond. It's called an Arcane Diamond. Ooh, beef stroganoff is really good. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's Choco's story. When I was 18, a person I knew from bowling had a son who was hiring for a Japanese curry restaurant. Was there for a good 7, 8 years. Oh. Ooh. Oh man. Japanese curry. I wish I could eat. I don't know if I can eat it. So I have allergies to nuts and stuff. And I don't know if curry powder and stuff has things that I'd be allergic to, but I'm always willing to try. Um, and then afterward, they closed all of a sudden. To this day, I still don't know why we closed. Well, that sucks. Afterwards, I applied and got into a Japanese katsu restaurant food court inside of a Japanese market. Okay, so some do, some don't. Okay. Yeah, and I have a huge, like, other than, like, walnuts and almonds, I will die if I eat any nut. Oh, peanuts especially, other nuts, I'll just feel really bad. Katsu restaurants are good, though. Fast forward 2 years later, I got COVID, they made me work, so I quit. Yeah, I don't blame you. I would not. If they did that shit, that's terrible. Then I applied for everything and I somehow managed to get a receptionist for a dentist specialist for implants. Speaking of that, the security company, well, the site that I'm working at is a dental laboratory, personally. So they manufacture the implants that a lot of dentists and stuff use. So I understand not liking dentists and specialists. Yeah, hating it every day. Oh no, I'm so sorry, Choco. I can't, that sounds like super not fun. Super stressful too. In 6, 7 months landed this ramen, then, oh, okay. You've been, I can only imagine what that was like. Stressful jobs, especially ones that are traumatic like that, just mm-mm. It's yeah. I didn't have a truly traumatic job, but I did have a job that was stressful because the coworker I was with, the thing is though, like, here's my thing with when it comes to bad at communicating. If you're new to a type of job like that and you've never worked it, people need to be patient with you. That's on them. Like, people shouldn't expect you to be this amazing communicator. And I mean, like, unless it's talking about, like, your needs. And that's, I mean, that's a different story. But, like, especially with a new job, people need to be patient. And when people aren't, and then they expect you to conform, that's when things really go wrong. And that's why there's so much, like people expect things of employees that they shouldn't expect. And it creates this unnecessary level of stress. It makes me really mad because I see it all the time. But I'm sorry you went through that. And like I said, the job I was in wasn't stressful. The only thing that made it really stressful was this coworker I worked with. And this was literally a couple months after I left school. So I was in school, Trying to think. So I left in at the end of 2018. It was very traumatic. It was a very traumatic experience. I'm not going to go into any of it, but it was a couple months after that that I got hired at this place alongside another employee who was also really toxic. so like he was a toxic employee to work with, and he was competitive. He was you know, his whole thing was he wanted to prove, you know, he had something to prove, and you know, he was quietly vindictive, and I hated that. It really screwed with me, especially right after dealing with a very traumatic experience where I was already in a bad spot. So I was in that job for over a year. I can't remember when I ended working at that job. Was it a year, 2 years? I can't remember. I think it was a year and a half, and then I quit because I was in school at the time and I didn't want to deal with school. It might have been 2 years because I think it was summer of 2021. So but yeah, I totally understand. Oh, I see what you're saying. So basically, for you, it was, and maybe it was also just that kind of job wasn't for you. Like, what, you know, there was a lot that just didn't mesh with what you were thinking. And so, you know, it took longer for you to learn that. You know, people have to be patient with that too. And, you know, I get it, but at least you know, your boss was really nice. And it's a fast-paced environment too. Like dentist office and places that are like you have to be like a receptionist and stuff. It's a lot. It's a lot of work. So I understand. So we have the stuff for the arcane essence. Let's go ahead and make a couple. We don't need much because that stuff is for like super high level spells that we don't have yet. We don't have the ability to get yet. But we might as well have a couple made, because why not? So we need source gems. The other thing we need to do is we need to harvest our crops because we're not getting any more source. Our source is coming from our crops. Wait. It's not making it. Oh, it takes a lot more. Oh. How much does it take? 1,000? Oh, it takes 5,000. I'm kind of curious if you want to. Up to you. Oh, it takes a lot of source. Oh my goodness. Alright, this is the last one I'm making. I'm not making another after this, because that's a lot of source. It's cool we have one, but yeah. That is so much of our source, and we don't have that much of it right now. Oh, I like that. I like that, Clockwork. That is funny. That is funny. Okay. So we have a lot of essences now. I think we have all of those, right? Yeah, we have the one for this one. We have this one. We have this one. We have life essence now. We have arcane essence now. Water essence and all of these. We have fire. We have abjuration. We have all of these. The only one we don't have is demonic essence. But it's also a super high level, like, essence. Like, we need demonic glowstone, which I don't even know how to get. I think, yeah, you have to surround a demonic gem, which we could do this, but why? We don't need it right now. We also have to make a demonic crystal, which is a fight that we have to do. So, in that way, we don't really need that. So currently it is 2:36 here in Huntsville. And did I put all of my, or they still, yeah, I put them all away. One of the things I also kind of wanted to do was do a little bit of stuff with Malum. But to be honest, there isn't that much I'm really kind of interested in. Sword and Fairy 7. Is that a game? I have not heard of it. Or is it just like one of the categories on Twitch? Oh, it is a game. Sword and Fairy 7. Oh. Oh, look at that. It's an action-adventure game by Soft Star Entertainment. I have not. Oh, it's on Steam. That's cool. Best RPG game I have. Wow, a lot of people really like it. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna add this to my wish list. Sword and Fairy 7. You are going on my wish list. Thank you. It's a Chinese. Oh, okay, so it's, you know, it's an RPG, but it's still very story focused. Oh, oh, you're saying the Wixula novels are like a Chinese light novel. Gotcha. Is the game based off of one of the light novels? Okay. So we have a spirit infuser, right? But some of the other stuff that we could do with Malum. So Malum is going to be the next thing we get into. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Gotcha. Okay. Dude, minigames in games are huge. I can't stop, you know. It's all, you want to just keep playing them. Oh no. Yeah, I feel that. I definitely feel that. Do I have infernal spirits? I have some. Twisted. I didn't make twisted rock. So it's wicked and arcane spirits with cobblestone. And then what was the other one you needed? It was infuser. I'll make this and I'll be done for the day. With specifically with Minecraft. Oh, Spirit Crucible. So it's tainted rock and twisted rock. So tainted rock. How do you make tainted rock? Oh, that's pretty easy. Let's get some cobblestone then. So we need cobblestone. We need 32. Oh, that's cool. So it's got kind of like a Pokemon weakness system, but it's heaven, man, and earth. Interesting. But it is like a play high card, you win. Oh, that's stupid. So you're basically fighting an impossible battle unless you just happen to have the cards to win. Okay. So we are going to... We need Wicked and Arcane Spirits. And we're going to throw those. Oh, I have to right-click them? I do. And then... like that. Or do you just put them here? Oh, you just put them here. Okay. I have some innocent ones. Yeah, sacred spirits. So if I put sacred spirits here, and then I put cobblestone, no, I have to get rid of the other ones. Wicked spirit. And it's arcane and sacred. Okay. So arcane, sacred, and cobblestone. Choco story. So as you know, I was into Mario Party since it's my first ever video. The YouTuber that I know, I was streaming on Twitch at the time. A YouTube that I know was streaming on Twitch at the time. I clicked the Twitch link and it sent me there. I would watch him from time to time. And then I realized that Markiplier was also streaming on Twitch at the time, so I made an account to talk and chat. I know you wouldn't see me chatting, but I got to talk to other nice people in the community. Sometime, I don't remember when, I started watching Mario Party streams and watched my first ever streamer, not counting Markiplier and the YouTuber, and became friends. He said I should try streaming, and so my first ever stream was Step Mania game with keyboard as the controls. I had no mic at the time, so it took a while before I got one. Yeah. But it's been almost 10 years since I made this account, and I couldn't be happier. I got to meet a ton of amazing and nice people and make friends along the way. That's awesome. That's very cool. So, I have a YouTube channel that I have made. The videos are private now, but I started content creating as a Minecraft YouTuber back in like 2012, 2013. Because I loved Minecraft. And I made a bunch of videos about like the updates that were coming out. Oh, you did. I think I did share them to you. Yeah, that was young Kima, very young Kima. But I did a bunch of different videos on like the updates, and I did like Sky Does Minecraft had like a building server, so I went to the building competition server and I tried to make a castle. I didn't finish it, and I still have the map somewhere that I have, unless I deleted it. I hope I didn't delete it. Um, but yeah. And then one of the reasons I didn't want to stream for a long time was because Vinesauce was kind of the one who kind of I kind of thought about streaming the same way he does. So like Vinny from Vinesauce, where he doesn't have a camera because I hate having cameras. I could show you. I'm careful. I don't want a lot of people to know about my old videos, and they're also private now. So, but Vinny has been like kind of like my, I don't know, like a bit of an inspiration because he's straightforward. He's, you know, he's honest. He doesn't try to do all the frills, and he became a huge success. Like, he is a huge YouTuber, and he's just funny. He's hilarious, and he's great. And he just streams without a camera. He doesn't have a big flashy, you know, title things, and he's great. And he's been streaming for years and years and years. He's like one of the oldest streamers on the platform. And because he started in public television, so he had experience doing broadcasting. But I had a guy I dated, and this was the end of 2023, I think. Yeah, the end of 2023 into 2024, and he loved VTubers. And I never really looked into them, and so I started watching VTubers. I watched Iron Mouse, I watched well, of course, Chibi. Chibi's hilarious. Some of the male VTubers. I watched stuff from Niji Sanji. And I was like, ooh, this would be fun. So I commissioned a model, and then I actually wanted to try to apply to Niji Sanji at one point. And so I did do an audition. Didn't work. That's fine. I'm glad, because they were scaling down, and I've heard some stuff about them. But but I think my first stream was January of 2024. And I've had a lot of fun since. I wasn't sure how far things would go. But yeah, it's been really fun doing it for a year. Actually, we passed the year anniversary, but what we ended up doing was we got to like 20. Yeah. You were, Choco, I think you were my first follower. Oh, excuse me. I think you literally were my first follower. I think so. You're either my first or my second. But I'm calling you my honorary first follower. So, because I don't remember if there's anyone else. I think you were my first follower. And now I have 37. So we're on our way. Okay. So I made the Twisted Rock and the Tainted Rock. Crucible. We have the Hex Ash, and we have the spirits for this. So let's go ahead and make this. I hope so. That'll be awesome. 100 followers. Onward. Oh my god, my voice. This is what happens when you drink the night before, destroy your voice, come to stream, and talk about your life story. Oh, is there a way to check? I did not know that. Yeah, talking into the void is weird. And for the first, I think, like 5 or 6 months I streamed, I basically streamed to nothing. And so it's like you just have to learn to, like, I guess, speak out loud what you're doing, and that was weird to do for a while. And it's kind of boring, but I got used to it. And I just got to the point where I just did it enough that I was like, okay, that's fine. I can do that. And I'm still, the thing I like about streaming is I'm able to play games. I'm kind of forcing myself to play games I would normally finish. Which is really cool. Because there's a lot of games I never finish. Or play at all. So there's a way. Oh, that's right. I forgot. Let's go to Twitch. I want to check this. Profile.
I probably threw them out like an idiot.
Profile, creator dashboard. Follower. Dashboard, community. Follower list. Go all the way down. There you are, Choco. I'm gonna send you the screenshot because I need you to believe me when I'm saying you were my first follower. I have to show you this. Actually, can I put images in Twitch chat? I don't know if I can. I just realized. I don't know. Well, here's what I'll do. I have a way to do this. What image was this? Oh, that's right. It was Choco's fan art. I still have this image. It's one of my favorites. But pictures. Where is it? Here it is. Expand this out. So here is from my Twitch. There she is. Number 1. First. So I scrolled all the way to the bottom, and you were the first one there. Thank you, Choco. Oh, is this not gonna go? It's still not doing its thing. Oh, because I'm missing the ash. Duh. Oh, thank you, Choco. I'm glad I'm at least somewhat entertaining. Okay. So we made our crucible, and what we can do with this thing... well, should I make the... This thing is so cheap to make. But I don't have the... I'll do this next time. So next time we play... Minecraft. So... next time we play Minecraft, we'll be doing a lot more Malum stuff. Because I've kind of got most of what I wanted to get done in, occultism. We've got all these. We've made our storage system. We have a vein miner who will, not vein miner, but like a void miner that will mine stuff for us. We can always summon more pulverizers to make dust. So there's not too much more in occultism. There's like familiars and stuff which we'll eventually get into, but there's other mods that we haven't done yet that we really want to do. The big one being nature's what is it called? Nature's Aura. We haven't done Nature's Aura. But first things first is we want to kind of do a few things in Malum. It's not super big as a mod, but there are a few things we can do. So we might do like 2 or 3 streams of like focused on this stuff. And then we'll move on to Nature's Aura. Oh, thank you, Clockwork. It's, you know, one of the things... Yeah, I can only imagine what actual Nature's Aura smells like. It's probably just decomposing manure. There's so many streamers, and it's such a flooded market that it's like, it's really cool when people choose to watch you. Because, you know, I fully expected that I could have still been streaming at this point, and I'd be streaming to like 5 followers. You know, or less. You know, it's, you know, I started it as a way to play games that I've never been able to play before, and to meet new people, so I'm happy that things are growing, and I'm always going to be happy and I'm always appreciative of everyone who comes along and wants to say hi or stays, or even giving a follow is never something I ever want to expect from anybody, because it's just, I'm just glad to talk to people and to hang out. So, well, all right, guys, we didn't do too much, but we had a nice chill talking stream in Minecraft. We did make this focus, which is very important. We're going to need that. It's going to make getting resources a lot quicker in many cases. And we did make this, but next time we will get yeah, I didn't want to plan too much anyway with Minecraft like that's part of the reason why I did kind of chatting in this, cuz just cuz there wasn't too much I wanted to accomplish. Okay, Clockwork. Have a good night. I wish you the best at work tomorrow. But yeah, we have... Oh yeah, we also got this. So we got the Heart of the Sea, so we have Arcane Essence now, which can't really use yet, but it's good to have it. So we didn't have too much to accomplish. But we'll do some more next time. The big focus tonight is going to be Kingdom Hearts. And I'll probably play that for quite a bit. Maybe till like 5. I mean, I played Minecraft for 2 hours, but it was mostly talking. It was mostly chatting about life. Kingdom Hearts will be more gameplay focused. Yeah, that's fair. And Minecraft has changed a lot. And this is also magic stuff. So, like, Tekkit is all, like, machines. I mean, magic is basically... Like, magic in modded Minecraft is basically a kind of a convoluted tech mod. To be honest, in most cases, most magic mods are just tech mods that are, like, more convoluted with, like, more complex stuff. And I've tried Tekkit, and it's cool. But there's a couple mods in Tekkit that are a little insane. And mods have changed so much over the past, what, 15 years that Minecraft has been out. So, yeah, Minecraft actually came out in 2009, I think. And mods pretty quickly came out, so because it was all in Java, so. But yeah, it's mods have stopped. New mods have kind of taken its place, and so there's just different eras of modded Minecraft, and honestly, going back and playing old mods, some of them are really freaking good. And there's some good mods that come out now, but some of, well, voice crack, but some of them, they're hard to beat. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to take a break. It is 3:03 here. So I'm not going to take a long break. But I'll go till 3:10. And then I'll be back. And we'll be playing some Kingdom Hearts. And it'll be fun. So I hope y'all look forward to that. Hopefully we can get out of the tutorial and we can get to seeing our boy Sora.